Okay, so today, guys, we're back with part 2 of Clancy Quickfire reviewing my 25NL sessions. If you haven't seen part 1, I thoroughly recommend that you do that first because it was really bloody funny. So I'll leave a link up here for you and down below. But today we're getting back into it. If you do like these reviews with Clancy and you want to see more of them, then please do drop a like on the video, let me know, and subscribe to the channel. But for now, let's get back into the review. 8-7 suited. Mm-hmm. We call a 3-bet from free, so I have no idea who this is, actually. We flop an 8.
Cool. So when you, by the way, when you don't know who he is, you're going into this theoretically?
As theoretically as I can.
As you can. I just wanted to understand the game plan because he's still going to have your badge on his table and things.
Yeah, theoretically.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool, gotcha. Cool flop.
There's a specific reason that I brought this that I'll tell you about afterwards.
Okay. You can, by the way, if you want to, just click it back to him with this exact hand, because Queen 8-4 is not a range bet. And if you see this sizing and a fast timing, it's a very safe bet to say he's range betting, which means he's got junk in his range, right? So point versus button. So by min clicking, you block his 6-7 that doesn't fold. Obviously, you block the 8 and stuff, and then you unblock all those random King 10, King Jack, Ace 10, all that crap.
Clear it all out.
Even hands like Ace 5. Yeah, you clear it all out. So if you think he's range betting, I love a min raise. Just click it back. Don't even click your 27% hockey. Just go to the scroller, bring it left, and then go with it. Yeah.
So we do call turns to 6. He bets 2/3.
Love shoving.
I think I've ever shoved here in my entire life.
Yeah, I love shoving because there's so many, again, because we think he probably bets too many hands on the flop here, right? I'm thinking, I believe there's just lots and lots and lots and lots of bluffs in his range. With solvers, you sometimes see some checks from hands like Jack 10 of clubs, Jack 9 of clubs, Ace 7 of clubs, because they go for the gangster check call, check shove.
Yeah, it's gangster.
Humans don't do that. They just go for the bet on the turn. So you just inflate the bluffing range, right? The value range is in there. It's in there or in there. But if you can give them too many bluffs from flop and on turn, I just love shoving here because you block all the good stuff, well, most of the good stuff. And if he does happen to have a queen here, you've still got your outs. You've got 3 + 2 + 3. Maybe more if he's not got clubs. I'm talking about your combos here. You got 3 5s, maybe 4 5s, 3 7s, 2 8s against his Queen X. So you're not even dead. You've got at least 20%, which is not bad, right? It's not a bad return when you get it in bad here. Better than having 10.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
So I shout.
We do cool.
Okay.
You all right with this? You're fine.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad. Definitely not bad at all. Yeah.
Jack of clubs. All in.
You should not be losing more money on the river here. No way. No way do you call this one. I don't believe you called this one. I actually respect you if you call this one because it's a really, really heroic call.
Do you want to talk about the spot or not?
I just feel like, what is he bluffing?
Yeah.
It's really hard to bluff this. Ace King of clubs and
clubs?
Maybe King. Sorry. There you go. Ace King with 1 club.
Ace 10 off.
Maybe he finds Ace 10 off and a little bit of King 10 off.
Yeah.
If he finds it. People don't usually find that. And Ace 10 is also not always found as well. Yeah. So I would just say fold because the combos that you beat, Ace King doesn't always bet turn. Ace 10, King 10 offsuit don't always raise pre-flop. 10-9 is a straight now. Jack 10, Jack 9 make pairs. So it's pretty hard to win this hand.
Yeah, but Jack 10 doesn't shove now. So that's whatever.
I know.
He doesn't have a queen, does he?
What I mean is like his potential bluffs from the turn have all filled up.
Yeah. But once he shoves, they don't exist anymore. So don't lose to them.
But what do you hope to beat?
Ace 10 off with a club. King 10 off with a club. Random fuck you from player I don't know. You never know. And he's kind of just saying, he has like a super good hand. And I just was like, okay.
I feel like
and I had an 8.
Yeah, you had an 8.
So this is the thing.
I feel like you must have won.
I flicked it in. Oh, you got the Ace 5 suited.
Yeah. I knew you won the hand from the way you were fighting back.
So the reason I brought this was because I was interested to see what you thought, obviously. But then it was really early in my session. And sometimes to a detriment, as this hand you could suggest is, I'm like pretty locked in early on. And then I get really like lazy and tired towards the end of a session. So I'm thinking about things that I maybe shouldn't even be thinking about because I'm actually like, and Ben turned up like really early on the stream and he's like, if you, it's like 5 minutes in, if you call this, I'm leaving already. If you call the 8-7, I'm leaving or something like that. And then
so it wasn't FU call then?
Yeah.
It wasn't FU call.
No, because I'm on the delay. So I didn't see that he said that until after I'd already called.
I thought he was in the call with you.
No. He was just in this chat. He drops in from time to time. So yeah, that was why I brought it, but I thought it would be interesting to see what you thought. So isn't it funny that I'm folding all these unbelievably good hands on the river, like you can't imagine ever folding, and then I'm calling this nonsense? And maybe it was because I think maybe, I don't remember, but if it was a UK guy that had very few hands, usually I just don't fold to those people because they usually just
I get
full
it.
of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it does like expand the range that didn't really exist to begin with, of like king 10, ace 10, ace king's not enough.
Yeah.
But if you're giving them the random hands occasionally, by the way, that's kind of why I wanted to call with your ace king of spades, right, against library from UK.
Yeah.
That spaz factor is something.
Yeah. Right, we've got 6-5 suited here on the next one. Fred Cass is limp called. Don't know who Fred Cass is. They've donked. They're probably not very good.
Fred Cass means business, apparently.
We want to call, I guess.
I just guess we have to. Yeah, cool. I don't mind like min raising these spots when they've donked much smaller with this kind of hand. But this is like a kind of worrying sizing. Yeah.
Fred Cass goes for big.
Yeah, I would only call here, and I'm probably never going to bluff catch the river as well. This is very worrying to me.
Okay.
He's also went more than pot as well, which is a very deliberate sizing. So, yeah.
You have to call, obviously.
You have to call for sure.
7 river all in. No, not all in. Sorry. 49 big blinds. Luke.
Yeah, he's gone 2/3 hotkey. That's what it is. Yeah, if I'm just readless here, I am just going to be folding. There is a chance, by the way, that you can call and you can just literally see queen 8 of diamonds.
Yeah.
Right. There is a complete spaz factor involved.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't wager on that enough. At least you need to see that quite often to win 28% of the time.
Yeah.
So I would fold it.
We do, Mark. So there's another one that you like. That's good news.
Yep.
2-7 season opens. We call the button. Nygaard 67 calls in the big blind. Flop a set.
First set of today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Calling, you got the short stack behind you. I let him do his thing,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
he kind of does it for you if he's got a hand. I think this is, if I can say, like, not great because
You
you've
can
got
say that.
potentially a guy who's just gonna he's gonna flick it in for you. He
Yeah.
kind of does your job
Yeah.
and more because you allow yourself to under rep while still realizing the chips in the pot, which is really, really nice for you. So yeah, I would just call.
Yeah, sounds good. We get 3-bet.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Hate it, but you have to call, obviously.
Okay, we call.
I'm very worried though. Very, very. When you raise in a heads up situation, and he min raises, it's pretty bad. But when you raise with the short stack recreational behind you, and he's still raised, because he has to know when you raise with the shorty behind you, you now don't have bluffs, right? You don't have the queen 9s and the king 9s and the ace 9s, right? You just have good hands.
Yeah.
And if he's aware of that, which I'm sure he is, and then still clicks over the top, you're not in a good place. Cool. Nothing else you can do here.
I think I might do something else, Luke.
If you fold, I don't hate it, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think I do that
shove,
either.
I really and I just don't like it. This is just, you literally
Shut the
may as well.
door.
Does 888 have like player-to-player transfers? Because you may as well just give them the money right now. There's such a horrendous. You've got one out at this point in my mind. Well, maybe not. Maybe
Well,
you've got
fold
10
then.
out. Jack 9.
Why do I? Yeah, I feel like this one I could just easily have folded. I don't know why I've done this.
To me,
I think I should.
it's a very subtle detail of that recreational being like you're sandwiched with the recreational and you still raise, and then he still raises over the top, right? Aside from the fact that I think you should call the flop, it's not a big deal. But when you do raise, you scream strength, and he still comes over the top.
Yeah.
And this is not a board that has got combo draws yet, right? He doesn't have, like, if this was two-tone, you could maybe give him the queen 9 of hearts and king 9 of hearts, right? But when it's just the draw, the backdoor flush draw, it's just super. And you've not even got middle set; you've got bottom set.
Oh, my bottom. All in.
Shoving is ultra spew. Yeah, this is definitely a P2P transfer.
Yeah, well, he does have the 6-9 of clubs, which is very bad news because that means there's even more things I lose to.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But okay, when you see the 9-6, he's recreational, right? So he's also got some random stuff.
Yeah,
I thought his screen name looks quite reggy to me, so I thought it was a regular, like season essay.
This is actually a whale. No, this is actually a whale.
Right. Okay, fine. Then, oh, well, you didn't tell me that.
No, I didn't realize. I didn't recognize the screen name until I'm surprised I stuck this in, and that's why I'm pretty. I don't think regs bet small in that spot anyway. I think they just jammed the turn. So I think I've talked myself into this because he's purple tagged. He's definitely purple tagged.
Right. Okay. Against him, then your line is good. You can raise. I was still cool because you got well behind you as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm not folding. Right now I'm not folding because at this point he can just have like pocket aces as well. You know how reg can be. They can't let go of aces. Against a reg though, it's. I think it's a really
I think I folded against a reg
horrible fold on the turn. Yeah, it's sick, but yeah. No reg is re-raising when you've raised the flop there because you can't raise flop in that situation as a bluff.
I wonder if people will believe me that guy was a whale. They'll see it on top 10 eventually.
He had 9-6. Yeah. He has 9-6 though, so they have to believe you.
Lilitao is like a Brazilian reg-ish.
Yep.
We flop top pair. We go for
seems good.
3-8. They call.
Shove.
All of the
Literally
money.
Shove.
Literally shove, as opposed to it's 2x pot. We're quite deep.
It is 2x pot, but I think your hand makes the cut here.
But doesn't he just call everything that I just fold everything I beat and then folds everything?
He does call some worse hands, right? So there's going to be 8x of clubs, 10x of spades that he can have, and then he might, not be able to lay down a hand such as Jack 9 combo draw, Queen Jack. Obviously, Queen Jack combo draw is an easy fold, but he might not be able to do that. There is some Ace 5. There's some Ace Queen. So yeah, I think you have a shove. It's a super connected texture. 6-7 turns double gut shot, so he might flick it in with his clubs and spades. It's pretty hard at 25NL. People don't like folding 6-7 of clubs here, so I would just shove. I think it's going to be solver approved as well. If it's not, then if you put his stacks at like 90, so you're not quite shoving 2x, it's going to be solver approved. So it's you're splitting hairs at that point.
We bet.
I would then, if you don't want to shove, I'd rather check and shove.
Okay.
Because this is kind of still awkward, right?
But doesn't he just check back a lot of like flush draws and stuff? If he has loads of those, I don't really want to see him check those.
I think they also bet them. I don't think they always check.
Okay.
I'm not convinced.
They call. A lot of these rivers today. A lot of these funky rivers.
Yeah. So this one is a little bit better than your ace queen, right? You do beat some hands now. Not many, but you do beat some. I can see ace 3 of hearts. There's not many hands, to be fair.
Ace queen of spades.
But ace queen of spades, ace jack of spades, all those hands. So I think this is definitely worth the micro bet here. I think your hand is supposed to micro bet. Maybe go B20, but whatever. Shoving is so thin. Shoving is so thin.
We're all in.
Yeah. You've got heart. I'll give you that.
It's not good, is it?
I think it's too thin.
It's worth the micro bet. What about 116? He folds. Not good.
Yeah, well, nice bluff.
Yeah. This is why I brought this one. I was pretty sure this was dreadful. I mean, I've not brought things that I think are any good, to be honest. So otherwise it'd be really boring, wouldn't it? Like, oh, well done. Just really good.
Yeah. These are interesting hands for sure. Everything I'm saying is bad.
That's fine. Right. The Kimber is a whale. Locked.
Yeah.
They go for bet. What are you saying?
Cool. Or raise.
Cool. Queen turn. Check. Club. Dealer.
I'm interested as to why you brought this one. Just because it seems like a, hard to, still kind of standard hand. I would, against a guy, I don't think recreational is bet, check, bet here. So I'd bet myself, and I would choose a sizing that I think gets called reasonably often here. So I would just go half pot.
Do you remember what we spoke about earlier? When I was like, it's that fish, like 25NL shit reg mentality of like, it's just, if I bet 2/3, it's just not enough money. I need to find a way to get more in. So I'm pretty sure I block here to get raised so I can 3-bet.
By? By what? What raises you?
It's a whale. It doesn't matter. Like, say I overbet and he just calls a flush.
Sure. But I didn't say overbet. I agree with you.
This is where the mentality's coming from. I've checked. I've checked the river. All right.
Well, that is your mentality, right? I mean, same thing. Check and block are the same thing at this point.
And they overbet.
Yeah. Well, look, I don't think they really have ace-x of clubs here because it's the draw on the turn as well to the straight. So I do think they bet ace-x of clubs for the most part here. Not saying always. So I think one thing to do, you just have to shove here. If they have ace-x of clubs, it's just life. It's just Cella V here.
Yeah.
But they do also have pocket 7s, king 7. Maybe not king 7. They might not size up, but they've got flushes. So I think you have to go max value. And it's really just like an eye roll moment if you've got a better hand, but it's not a bad play at all.
All in.
It's also really hard to lose. Yeah, it's really hard to lose this one.
Cool. Flush.
Queen 8. Yeah. Cool. Nice hand.
I was wondering what you thought of the river line.
Yeah, I still would bet half pot myself because I don't think they bet check bet bluff.
Yeah.
Is my point.
Sure.
And he would raise. I choose half pot deliberately because you also do get raised by some thin hands.
Do I still shove when you raise?
Yeah, because you don't lose to the ace in the same way.
Okay.
So.
Right. 4-3 of clubs. I've opened the button. Is that all right?
Yeah, wingman in small end.
Yeah,
wingman is your wingman.
Wingman goes for 5 bigs. This is a really this is a quick one. I just have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I call as I must. I flop a pair and a draw, and he overbets.
Yep, lovely, beautiful. Don't know what to do. The thing is, he does. I think against short stack random guy who probably is from the UK with his screen name and stuff. I think you just see enough spaz factor here to shove.
Okay.
And I do think, believe it or not, you got some fold equity.
Yeah.
And I also think you can get it in good against some like random king queen with a diamond that just bet calls it. So I think calling is just horrendous here because you just want to shove yourself and take equity. And I think folding against short stack first hand, I'm assuming you don't have many hands against this guy, right? This is the kind of guy that like, shows up and leaves pretty fast. From my poker experience. So yeah, on that basis, so like put it this way, if this is wingman that you played a lot with and it's quite tight, it's a fold.
Yeah.
But random guy who's short stacked, 3-bet small pre, bombs the flop, also has junk that he even bet calls as well. So I would shove him.
I'm all in. We got one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Does he have a better hand here?
Yeah, I think he's got an overpair. I think he just has 10s, yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Obviously, you feel pretty stupid against that, but he also does show the king. I've played poker long enough now to just run into random ace-4, random like ace-deuce with the deuce of diamonds. It's like, what
and we're not even that far off of how much we needed anyway. What we did 38. Yeah, it's not great.
No, you probably got 30,
yeah.
So you're not that far behind. Yeah.
Okay. Crixus, I don't know who this is. We defend the big blind with 7-6 off.
Yep.
We go check, jack turn.
Always bet turn. Really nice combo here.
Size?
You've got a lot of options. You can go half, 2/3 pot over bet. It kind of depends on how you want to build your value bet region. Do you want to bet hands like 5-4 and pocket fours? If you do, then you want to go small at B40.
Yeah.
If you want to go with a more polarized game plan, then you can go much larger. And nothing is right or wrong. The only thing that matters is how you actually play the sizing, but the sizes themselves are not mistakes. So this is fine.
Call. Reasonable river.
Wow. Amazing river.
And we're in if I bet and he only has an ace, he can't raise me territory.
Yeah.
So we check.
Yeah. Obviously. I would say like the 7 of hearts is such a horrible card to check with as well. That's his bluffing range there and then. Yeah, I wouldn't check. I would have gone with a really large bet myself here. Vasing block. This looks like an ace.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, so I would have gone. I think I check raise not all in here because I don't expect to get called. So I think I go about 25, and I don't think humans are ever good enough to find the discipline to bet fold this situation either. So
I agree with that. And this guy must have been a well because I'm pretty sure I'm all in. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what I think it's either complete greed or the guy is just not looking very good, and I just don't back him to fold an ace.
The problem that I have with this shove, even versus a whale, is that their bet sizing is very linked to their hand strength.
Yeah.
So it's very unlikely. Take this hand out of it. Like imagine the cards don't even exist on the table. It's very unlikely for there to be that much in the middle, for him to bet 5, and for you to put 100 in or 92 effectively, and for it to be the right sizing as a value raise. It's usually the right sizing as a bluff because what are you doing? What are you trying to say here as a value bet? You're trying to say I want max value, and it's really hard to get max value when the guy only bets 5 into 16.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm? So therefore, it's really good bluff sizing.
I understand that. Yeah. As a counter argument, he's got a straight, Luke. How could he possibly fold a straight? You know?
Yeah. I mean, I think. See, the thing is, obviously, he didn't fold a straight here. So I in this case, I am wrong, but.
Results.
It's quite relative to the player. So a player that values an ace at 5 big blinds is also the kind of player that typically folds an ace.
Yeah.
And the kind of guy that values an ace to 2/3 is the kind of guy that typically calls the ace. So that's why I still don't like shoving. Is that typically you don't get a guy to value bet call when they're only at 5 initially or like 1/3. But obviously. You are going to get players like this that exist. So my philosophy is different, but I'm also happy. I definitely can't prove my point, so I'm definitely happy to agree to disagree.
Ace 9 of spades. I 3-bet. Bubble Boy calls. You're aware of Bubble Boy.
Yep.
I don't think you're gonna like this one very much either. We bet small.
Good so far.
He calls. We check.
Check. Yep.
He bets.
Yep. Cool. Nothing you can do.
Call.
Check. If he shoves. But look, given the breakdown you've given of me in my video, which was to viewers that Nick said this guy is ultra aggressive. My game plan is very simple. Against guys that are just obnoxiously aggressive, it's a very simple game plan. If you've got anything that's remotely close to calling, you call.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's the way to beat them. It's very easy to win against these guys who are way too aggressive, against a guy who's aggressive but not too aggressive. And the worst type is the smart aggressive guys. That they're not always aggressive. They're aggressive in the right situations, and they shut down in the right situations.
Yeah.
But against guys like Bubble Boy, who are just all across the board, aggressive, you just don't fold, and you win a lot against them. So I would never fold the situation. And if he's got a king or a 6 or pocket 10s, you lose a stack to him, and it's life.
Mm-hmm. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it that much though.
It's a shrug spot. It's not much more than that. It's just like okay, you call, but you're also going to see random stuff.
Interesting one here. Included this because wasn't really sure exactly how to proceed on turn. We ISO our 10-9 suited versus an undergun limp from a whale and whoever on the button. We flop top pair and I go for range check.
Why range check? I'm curious. You're going to. I would never range check against a whale. Ever.
Okay, sure, but there's two people in here.
Yeah, but you're still against one whale.
Okay.
Like whale is your customer, so I don't mind checking a certain hand, but I would never range check any situation when a whale's involved ever.
Okay. What about checking this hand?
Yeah, this seems okay to check. It also seems okay to bet because this is like a kind of a PLO hand in a way. You got you got equity from a lot of different sources.
I can imagine betting if I had a better hand. Maybe I'm not range checking. Maybe I just didn't like the idea of betting this hand.
Yeah.
We call.
I would raise here. Not raise very big, but I do think his sizing tells you that. Okay, put it this way: do you expect what hand? If you're losing this hand, what hand do you expect to lose to?
Queen 10.
Right, a 10, which you block.
Yeah.
So you block the hand you lose to because you don't usually lose to pocket deuces, pocket 8s, or pocket jacks because those hands usually bet a bit bigger on the flop.
Yeah.
So and your hand, like I mentioned, does have equity from a lot of different sources here. That's another way of saying a lot of different cards on the turn can help you.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, I would just put a check raise into about 9, right? I'm not really pumping it up much. It's almost like I bet half for myself. I'm just not allowing, because I know that you're not the kind of guy to donk the turn either. I'm not allowing only a 6th pot to go in over 2 streets, right?
Yeah.
I want to put more money in. I'm not committing myself all in by raising. I'm just making sure it's on my terms. 3 big blinds was not the terms that I wanted.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Jack of hearts.
4.
He sized up.
No, yeah. I think we just call here, right? And there's another play you can do, which is to shove.
Okay.
Right? Because does a guy who bets 3 on the flop, 4 on the turn usually commit the rest of his stack?
I'm thinking probably like I don't want to shove because I want to get there and get the lot against a whale.
But you don't get the lot. It's kind of the same thing as the 7-6, although you do get the lot in that hand. A guy who bets so small is typically not going to put the lot in. That's why when it's 16 big blinds in the middle and he goes 5 and you put 92 in, you should do it as a bluff. There's one takeaway, I think, more than anything else in this video, which is that mentality of wanting the lot, you need to know when to switch that on and off. When he puts 3 on the flop and 4 on the turn, we can't be greedy anymore. By the way, you can with your bluffs.
Yeah.
You bluff extra wide, but you can't get the lot here with your pocket 10s. He's not allowing you to, and that's fine. Next time, he might, but this time, he's not.
So you're holding firm on that this size up is not scary to you?
Well, obviously, he's got a good hand. Like, your live tells it is so easy.
I mean, I gave that to you, but like you're doubling down. That's all I'm saying. We go for the only thing that you didn't say that we could do, which was raise none on him.
So what are we doing here?
Getting the lot on the river, if we get there.
Why not shove the turn then?
Because
okay, I see.
To fold.
No, you're preparing. Okay, I understand. Sorry. It does tally in with exactly what you said, which is that you want to get the lot. I would have rather shoved the turn.
Yeah.
Because 3 things happen. He folds a better hand to the 10, which you're anyway going to lose to on the river. Right? If he's got king 10, call the turn, check, you lose a pot of 32, which is frustrating. So he folds a better hand. You get other hands to fold that might have bluffed you off on the river. And if he does have a better hand than you, that you're anyway going to lose a lot of money to, you get it in with a lot of equity at this point. You've got an open-ended straight flush draw with a pair.
Yeah.
Right. Against pocket aces, you got 45%, I think.
Yeah.
Is how it works. Well, he's not got pocket aces. But yeah,
Matty, the best line ever with aces.
If he's got deuces though, I think you've got 40% against deuces or something, or 35% against deuces. You've got a lot of outs. So I would go for the lot here.
They're cool. Yep. River flush, are obviously all in.
Yep.
And they tank call the Jack 10.
So was right on the flop, but then wrong on the turn.
Yes.
With this kind of
They clearly that's just their slicing scheme.
Yeah, just micro bets.
Right.
Below.
Here we go. This is what I wanted to end on. It's recent. Right. It's very fresh. We mix 3-bet and we call. Check.
Yep.
To fold, obviously, and it goes check. We turn a 9.
Check.
I go for small.
Block. This is totally fine. I don't play block here, but you can definitely play block. It's totally fine.
They call, and the river's a deuce. I feel like my hand's just really good.
Yeah, you should block.
Can I not bet bigger?
You can. It's a little bit thin though. No, I don't think you can. In my opinion, the line, because my quote unquote bigger sizing is 2/3. I'm not going to play like B40, B50 here. So I don't think your hand is allowed to go 2/3. I think it's a 1/3 hand. I think your 2/3 would start at Queen 9. It's my instinct.
I really wish I had blocked here for reasons that will become clear. I do bet 2/3 because I felt like I just had the best hand. Like, I mean, how do I not have the best hand? Kind of thing. So I was like, when I think that, I'm like, how? Like when Pete used to say to me, "What's your equity in this spot?" I was like, I think I'm winning like 80% plus, maybe more at the time. So it's worth more money.
I think that logic is totally true, but I don't think that's fair. He can have 10-9, Queen 9, King 9, Ace 9.
Yeah.
So the how can I lose is not that applicable in this situation. This offsuit of all of those hands.
Yep, you're absolutely right. We get raised.
Yeah. Cool.
Call? Why call?
Because I don't. It's just like the hand from earlier where you had Ace 3 of spades, where I wouldn't have got there with the bet sizing, but then when you get raised, how do you lose? So a flush is a little bit unlikely here. He would usually bet the flop or potentially raise the turn because you'd bet 1/3. A jack, same deal. A 9 would not raise. Like a better 9 that you're losing to as a call would not raise the river. Deuces, fine. Lose the money against deuces. It's only 3 combos anyway. So yeah, I would call. And then, what do you bet as a bluff? There's lots of potential bluffs out there. Lots and lots and lots.
Okay.
Just put in Ace X or Ace Diamond 4, Ace Diamond 5, Ace Diamond 6, Ace Diamond 7.
Okay.
That's already
I agree with you. I think the main things that he's going to have that are better than my hand here are trapped boats.
Not enough combos. Wait, what trapped boats?
Jack 9 and 9s.
Let's say
9s mainly.
You had 9s mainly. I don't think Jack 9 because I don't think people trap that.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's not really a trap on the flop. So the way humans are usually working with traps is like the ultra traps, right? The hands that just don't care. Like when you ran into 4/10s earlier, right? It's the hands that don't give a damn. They just want you to improve. But Jack 9 of hearts for button on the flop is not really trap territory, right? Okay. There's still a whole host of ways that can go wrong. So I don't believe people have trips it anywhere near enough.
So are you saying then that he doesn't really have Jack 9? Here. He lacks value. So what if I just stuck it in his eye? Because
the problem is
I'm all in.
So okay. I want to see what he has. I'll explain my thoughts after. I'm.
You want to see what he has?
Yeah.
You can't do that. Okay. That's not how it works.
Okay. What I will say is that
you might not see what he has. He might fold.
Yeah. So the thing is, if he folds, you had the best hand. Almost always. So you can call and beat bluffs, and there's loads of bluffs. There's no thin raises in his range. He doesn't have pocket queens, doesn't have pocket kings, doesn't have pocket aces. He might have aces, maybe. So, okay, there's maybe aces with a diamond that traps the flop because it's like one of those hands that doesn't really lose to many. Like, what is a bad turn for Jack 9 of hearts? It's a diamond. But what's a bad turn for aces with a diamond? That's not really a bad turn for aces with a diamond. Do you see how that's like a more protected hand? Anyway, point is, you lose to aces with a diamond, but you don't lose to any other hand because those hands would usually flush draw bet the flop, and a flush on the turn would usually raise the turn. So it's very unlikely to lose to a flush here. So what do you actually expect him to fold that you lose to?
I was hoping he might have a flush, but also what is very interesting, at least I haven't actually looked at this because I'm really lazy, but I'm interested to see what you think. What am I saying I have here?
Yeah, your line's great. I'm not saying that. See, I'm talking completely exploitatively.
Yeah, sure.
I
But
should
like,
be clear.
what if you're him? What and you have a flush? You obviously just fold, right? If you're him and you have,
I fold,
yeah,
but he doesn't fold. Humans don't like folding flushes here. Humans way underfold flushes in this situation. That's
Okay.
why I don't like the play.
So this next question's kind of dumb then, because he ends up tanking for a little bit and then calling a boat. But I
Pocket
wondered
threes are legit.
whether this was like theoretically, this doesn't. I mean, apart from the fact that I can have threes myself, this doesn't actually block any value, does it?
What, three? Yeah, threes is a legit tank call there.
Yeah,
Very
I know.
legit
I was
tank.
like, maybe he needs to fold this. I was thinking about it afterwards. I wasn't. If he'd showed me his hand, I wouldn't have tried to bluff him. But I was thinking, like, who the fuck's bluffing? Who the hell is bluffing my spot here? So theoretically, I was wondering. I don't expect someone at 25NL to fold this. And he said after, he's like, oh, I know you've got you play for a living, so and it couldn't be further from the truth. You play for a living, so I assumed you could be bluffing. And then he just flicked it in. I was like, okay, this sucks.
Actually, I think you are allowed to shove ace x of diamonds here.
Okay,
So I think he is supposed to snap call that.
sure.
You don't have worse boats though, and you definitely don't.
No,
shove a jack,
definitely don't.
But I think, but like if you have ace for a diamonds, you do shove.
Yeah.
So never mind. His call is a snap call.
Yeah.
But the way I play poker is that humans don't fold enough in this situation. Humans don't like folding quite good hands.
Yeah.
Right. The way it works.
That's Ben shouts at me all the time. Says don't try and get people to fold good hands.
Yeah, humans overfold in the vacuum because they don't call the queen highs, the king highs, the ace highs, the fourth pairs, right? And those hands are really plentiful. So in a vacuum, it means that you overfold. But despite overfolding, there are still spots that they underfold. Those are typically good hand situations. So the range that he's repping is one, lacking middling hands here. If it had lots of middling hands, like pocket tens, like ace nine, I would love to shove. But you actually don't lose that middling range, which is great. It means you can call. The hands that you do lose to are actually very nutted, and I don't want to try and attack that to fold here.
Yeah.
If you were deeper, then maybe, because then you do bring people to their senses. Like if you're 170 big blinds here and you just say absolutely F you, I'm all in, you might bring them to fold at that point. But at 100 big blinds, I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Obviously, though, this guy is probably a guy that you could have bluffed with a flush.
Yeah, definitely.
But these players, but usually, in my experience, when you shove, they take about 2 seconds and then they call with their flush, right? Although, again, I don't think they've got a flush, but let's say they did. Usually, it's like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, enough time to think, yeah, I'm not folding, and then they call.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on the whole. I just think I thought it was a fun hand. It's not gone well.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is it. That's all the hands, Clanty. I know you've had a great time. You must have had a great time.
Yeah, I cried over a hand, so yeah, it was a good time.
My line made you cry with laughter. That's probably not what I was hoping for today, but I knew that it wasn't going to go very well. We got a few past you, like 4 or 5 hands that you didn't mind, and then the rest were pony. Yeah, fair enough. 6 is good. It's generous of you.
24%.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't liked the video, please go ahead and do so if you want to see Clanty back. We did a video on his channel, like I said. If it is out, the link will be below. If not, all of his links will be down below and you can find it when it is. Thanks a lot for coming on, man. I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun, and looking forward to maybe doing something in the future as well if I sort myself out a little bit. See if we can improve and impress you next time. A little bit more.
I would love to come back on at some point.
Awesome. Thanks, man. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you on the next one. All the best.